OK Sports, get ready for some NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, 2 years after their first title, the Raptors last season missed the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Fred VanVleet said, "People are overlooking us again," which is not a bad place to be in. Kevin, this front office finds diamonds in the rough, so it's only a matter of time before they're back in the mix.
I agree, David. They are a quality organization. They always find a way. Thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Andre Drummond.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is out there with Curry. Then it's James Johnson. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Brown in at the small forward spot. And for the Raptors, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Guard spots filled by VanVleet and Trent. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And both teams tonight, Greg, can go deep into their benches. It seems like a growing trend.
Yeah, I think teams are digging deeper more than ever before, and even getting into two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now, here is Irving. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the Nets with possession here. Johnson inside. Siakam's there. And good that time.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
VanVleet on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And Doris, though he's getting the press for his scoring, and he's been prolific, VanVleet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness. Great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet. Strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it.
Both shots good from the stripe. And along with production, this team really thrives on VanVleet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Siakam. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Andre Drummond understands if I can get to the offensive window, I can put points on the board.
Trent passes to VanVleet. Over Irving. VanVleet can't get it to go. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Irving. Drummond with a screen on VanVleet. Goes up on the block. He shoots again, and there's the nice layup by Drummond.
This is what we call strength from a veteran big man. Andre Drummond, no stranger to taking punishment and scoring through it.
Now here's VanVleet. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Johnson sets the screen for Curry. Drummond with a screen on Van Vliet. Just 4 to shoot. Good. Drummond's got 6 points.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Van Vliet. No good again that time. Nets leading by 6. Brown outside. Pass to Johnson. Irving against Van Vliet. Irving surveying the floor. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
It's Brown with the drive. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Trent.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And there's the pass to Van Vliet.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play here in the first. And again, Toronto no luck. The Nets with the lead. Brown outside. To the wing on the left. Drummond dishes to Johnson. Fires top of the key. They grab their own miss with the second effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Junior.
That's what we call embracing the physicality of the game. Andre Drummond, never afraid of taking contact.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Endorse, you can feel Andre Drummond's presence all over the floor, but it's really on the glass where he is truly at his most dominant.
He is nearly unmatched in terms of his rebounding ability. This guy is a multi-time lead leader in that stat. He works so hard to secure possessions for his team.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
Here's Drummond. Raptors knocking down the tray. Puts it up. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. Drummond's got 9 points.
Yeah, such a rarity these days, but Andre Drummond is a true 5. The guy wants to work on the interior.
Passes to Anunoby. Here's the 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Drummond, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Toronto.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role night by night. Be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
No good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 4. Now here's Flynn. Pass to Achua. Back to Flynn. Drives to the hoop. Brooklyn with the rebound. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Here's Flynn. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 6. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen.
And plenty of scoring on this team, but Kyrie Irving knows he's always got the green light.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, few more scary, Greg, than Kyrie Irving with his foot on the gas.
Yeah, because he doesn't just score on you. When he gets in that mode, Irving can make you look silly.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
They've got Young, also Achua out there, Barnes out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Luke in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. DA, thank you.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Pass to Dragic. You know, Doris, some of these star players are so skilled. If you were playing, which of those skills do you think would be the most fun?
I'm selfish. I want to be one of those guys who steps across half court and immediately is within range. So the range shooting would be the first. But I also want to be that freak athlete who everybody's terrified. When I get above the rim, I'm just putting it down on your head.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Aldridge. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a tough combination to defend. Aldridge with the height and high release point on his jumper.
Barnes looking around. Shoots over Brown. Barnes can't get it to go.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
The leaner. Here's Dragic. Makes it off the glass. Dragic has got his first points in this one.
Nice move there by Dragic, navigating the paint well to find himself an open look.
The pass to VanVleet. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Dragic with some nice D. Nets leading by 8. Outside Thomas. Over Barnes. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Luke. He's guarded by Dragic. Young left side. Picked him clean. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. Finish off the break. Thomas got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. So for the Nets, and a chance here to check out some stats for Pascal Siakam.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Raptors trail by 10. Outside Flynn. Great D that time from Irving.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Curry. That shot off. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Irving against Flynn, trying to end the drought over Irving. And again, Toronto no luck. Nets leading by 10. Nets passing it around. Curry with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Edwards with the screen for Griffin. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Driving inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal
And here are the young Bombers, the players that have led the rookie ranks in three-point shooting since the All-Star break. Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The free throw drops for Flynn. And both free throws good from Flynn. And so Curry will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Driving in. Banked in off the glass.
This guy's a really clever penetrator. You have to be aware of Seth Curry's craftiness on the drive.
Now here's Trent, guarded by Curry. Flynn kicks to Trent. Passes it to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
You know, this is such a critical component to Siakam's game. The face-up ability, nicely done on the jump shot.
Irving finds Griffin. Driving to the basket. And it goes down 2 points. And the Nets lead by 10.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Siakam left side. Back to Flynn. Over Irving. Flynn misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that concludes the first half. It's the Nets. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show.
And for that game against the Pistons, they clearly have the edge when you compare the 2 teams. But if they don't put forth the effort, the trap is set. I'm sure Coach will be all.
And now let's talk about that first half. Everything falling into place for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to you.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Bruce Brown. James Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Curry in at the 2.
At the
One
line
thing
for the
Irving's been doing more of,
Kyrie Irving.
using his offhand
Two shots.
in the lane to hit floaters, and even on jump shots.
This guy is so creative, so inventive. The ability to make last-second adjustments. And I mean that whether he's in the air off his feet or with his handle, his ability to keep defenders guessing is truly incredible.
And he makes both free throws. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Here's Anunoby. And it's Irving with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 12. Outside Curry. Here's Irving. Pass to Johnson. Curry on the wing. Johnson sends the screen for Curry. Unloads from 13. And the jumper falls for him. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
Well, as reliable as it gets from the mid-range. Seth Curry very good at finding those opportunities in those spaces.
Siakam passes to Anunoby. Trent kicks to Van Vliet. Now Anunoby. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Count it.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the number of female officials in the NBA has grown in recent years. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We've expanded our pipeline to greatly increase the pool of potential hires. And we've seen encouraging results. There's no reason why we shouldn't have more women as officials, coaches, and basketball executives in our league." Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. Back to Anunoby. Hands it from downtown. Anunoby's got 6 points.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Outside Curry. Back to Drummond. The 3 from Johnson. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 13. Van Vliet outside. The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Trent. The tray. That shot no good. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. At one point they led by 16. Here's Drummond. Tries again. He lays it in. He's got 14.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Make some noise. All right, ladies from North Court, come on and get out for your North Star crew.
Out there on the floor for the Nets. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Raptors. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And checking out Brooklyn, right behind them, just 1 spot down.
And right now for Brooklyn, they're one of the NBA's mystery teams this season. One that dropped from being elite just a year ago to now looking more like a mid-level squad.
Yeah, Yeah, it's been a strange year for them. Early on, they got away from the formula that brought them all that success a year ago, and were just never able to get it back.
Takes it inside. It's Edwards on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. From deep. And the Nets miss again.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Van Vliet against Thomas. Shot from 12. The offensive rebound. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Achua. Mills dishes to Griffin. Lobbed up there for Edwards.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Van Vliet outside. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Thomas.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Mills looking it over. And Thomas has it in the corner. Griffin sets the screen for Thomas. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 13. Van Vliet with it. The shot from the low post is good. Van Vliet's got 6 points. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets lead by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, your north side.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Outside Curry takes a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Nets lead by 12.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
Siakam's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And here's Brown over Siakam. Siakam pulls it in.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Van Vliet passes to Trent. Raptors moving the ball around. Siakam inside. Guarded by Curry. Siakam misses. Brooklyn leading by 10. In the corner, Irving with it. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Nicholas Claxton.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. That first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've consistently drilled that mid-range jumper as well, and that's really opened things up for them.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Both free throws good from Anunoby.
Well, the more opportunity that has been given to OG Anunoby, the more this young man shines. He is a multi-dimensional talent. Gives you great defense nightly and growing on the offensive end.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving. At the line for one.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, when you think of Kyrie Irving, hard not to believe he has got perhaps the best handle in the entire NBA.
Johnson against Barnes. Over Johnson. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Right side Aldridge. He kicks it to Curry. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half. Van Vliet looking around. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, if you think about Fred VanVleet's handle and his ability to operate at different speeds, you understand how effective he can be on the drive.
On the wing, Irving. Aldridge with a screen on Van Vliet. Up top, Brown. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Aldridge. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Hey, guys, if you let Aldridge get inside with the ball, you've already lost. I mean, he's too big, too strong, too skilled.
And stolen by Aldridge. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Back to Curry. Dishes it to Irving. Second chance shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Guys, you have to love the way Irving uses his body to create contact inside and earn the trip to the stripe.
Kyrie Irving.
That's good from Irving. Drummond's checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Barnes can't get it to go. Nets leading by 15. Outside Irving, and the pass to Johnson. Good D by Barnes. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Now, here's Trent. He's covered by Irving. Here's Anunoby, and he banks in the lane.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Drummond sets the screen for Irving. Shoots over Van Vliet. Irving, good. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Brooklyn.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Andre Drummond.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
And they were in danger of losing back-to-back games before he stepped to the forefront here tonight. This was not a game he was going to let get away from him. Pass to Mikhailuk. Flynn against Dragic. It's stolen by Dragic. Pass to Griffin. The dish to Mills. Pass to Sharp. There's Dragic with the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Here's Birch. It's stolen by Dragic. Now here's Mills. Kicks it to Dragic. Into the lane. Outside Thomas. Here's Mills. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they look way home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. The little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.